Come on, everybody, to Santa Claus's party. You may be sure both rich and poor are welcome at Santa's door. You don't need a ticket to Santa Claus's party. A lot of toys for girls and boys and plenty of fun in store. A Christmas tree so high, it pokes right through the sky. And Santa will be there to call Merry Christmas to you all. Come on, everybody, to Santa Claus's party. A cheery grin will get you in, so what are you waiting for? There's a baseball bat for Johnny, a talking doll for Jill, and a mountain high of ice cream pie where everyone eats his fill. There'll be rides on Santa's reindeer with a Christmas time patrol. If you're good, they'll stop at Santa's shop way up at the old North Pole. Come on, everybody, to Santa Claus's party. You may be sure both rich and poor are welcome at Santa's door. You don't need a ticket to Santa Claus's party. A lot of toys for girls and boys and plenty of fun in store. A Christmas tree so high, it pokes right through the sky. And Santa will be there to call Merry Christmas to you all. Come on, everybody, to Santa Claus's party. A cheery grin will get you in. And Santa's Merry Christmas party. Jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling, what fun to hear the sleigh bells jingle. Jing-a-ling, 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 they set your heart a tingle. Jing-a-ling, 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 I love to hear our laughter mingle. Ah-ha, ho-ho, gliding through the snow. Jing-a-ling, 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 the bells that got the snowflakes dancing. Jing-a-ling, 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 old Dobbin's even prancing. Jing-a-ling, 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 the night is made for sweet romancing. Ah-ha, ho-ho, through the snow we go. Through a winter fairyland we go a-gliding, in a cotton candy land of frozen charms. And the way the sleigh is slipping and a-sliding brings you sliding even closer in my arms. Can't you hear the sleigh bells asking why we're single, as we fly across the snowy hills and dales? And we're happy 'cause the sleigh bells seem to jingle in the winter fairyland like wedding bells. Jing, jingle, jing, jing, jing. Love to hear the sleigh bells jingle. Jing, jingle, jing, jing, jing. How it sets your heart a jingle. Jing, jingle, jing, jing, jing. Love to hear our laughter mingle. Aha, ho, ho, gliding through the snow. Jing, 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 jingling, jing. Bells got the snowflakes dancing. Jing, 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 jingling, jing. Mr. Dobbin's prancing. Jing, 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 jingling, jing. Nights are made for sweet romancing. Aha, ho, ho, through the snow we go. I love to hear our laughter mingle. Ah-ha, ho-ho, through the snow we go. Jing-jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling, 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 jing-a-ling.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Yeah. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the present underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. Oh, I won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I will make a list and send it to the North Pole for Saint Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer play. 'Cause I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? Oh, baby, all I want for Christmas is you, baby. Oh, all the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air, and everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me? Oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just wanna see my baby standing right outside my door. Oh, I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Oh, baby, all I want for when the snowman brings the snow, well, he might just like to know he's put a great big smile on somebody's face.
How the bells, sweet silver bells, all sing to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, big and the bold. Ding dong, that is the song. Ring, joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Texas A&M University Corpus Christi Fall 2024 Commencement Ceremony, being held at the American Bank Center in beautiful downtown Corpus Christi. Delivering today's commencement address is Mr. Rudy D. Garza, President and CEO of CPS Energy, the nation's largest community-owned electric and natural gas energy company.
You may be seated. Welcome. My name is Kelly Miller, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, I am pleased to welcome you, our honored graduates, proud family, friends, and parents of the Island University, to our Fall 2024 commencement ceremony. I am excited to tell you that this fall we have 1,001 students graduating from our university. There will be several times during the ceremony that we will ask the graduates and members of the audience to stand. When asked, please do so as you are able. Now, please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Texas A&M University Corpus Christi ROTC Islander Battalion, and remain standing for the national anthem to be sung by Miss Jessica Valdez, a senior majoring in music in the School of Arts, Media, and Communication. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so brightly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies wreathed clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please be seated. At this time, we are delighted to share a video message from the Texas A&M University System with greetings from the Board of Regents Chairman, William Mahomes, Jr.
Hello, I'm Bill Mahomes, Chairman of the Texas A&M University System. I am very honored to bring you greetings on behalf of the entire Board of Regents. Today is a special day as you prepare to walk across this stage and into the next chapter of your lives. Think back on the excitement you felt when you first arrived here, the anticipation of that first day of class. For some of you, I imagine it seems like yesterday. Yet, you also might have had moments when you wondered if this day would ever come. The wins and losses, the successes and failures, the hard work and sacrifice to reach your goals. Each of you should be very proud of what you've accomplished. We sure are. I wish you the best of luck. Remember, work hard, show up on time and tell the truth. And now, by the authority of the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents, it is now my sincere pleasure to authorize the university to confer the academic degree for which you have been recommended. With all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to introduce members of the platform party who will not be introduced elsewhere in the program. Please hold your applause until all are introduced. Ms. Jamie Nadarcy Barrera, Vice President of Institutional Advancement. Dr. Brenda Harms, Interim Vice President of Enrollment Management. Dr. Ahmed Mahdi, Executive Vice President for Research and Innovation. Mr. Adrian Rodriguez, Vice President for Student Engagement and Success and Intercollegiate Athletics. Mr. Andrew Rogers, Vice President for Finance and Administration and Chief Financial Officer. Mr. John LaRue, Vice President for Institutional Excellence and Chief Ethics and Compliance Officer. Mr. Derek Hyatt, Interim Dean of Libraries. Dr. Don Melrose, Interim Dean of the College of Education and Human Development. Dr. David Ma, Dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science. Dr. Barbara Skobinchek, Associate Vice President of the College of Science. Dr. Diana Sipes, Director of the School of Arts, Media, and Communication. Let's give them a round of applause. Please help me recognize also the Student Government Association members and the Islander ambassadors who assisted in today's ceremony. Thank you all very much. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Rudy D. Garza, the President and CEO of CPS Energy, the nation's largest community-owned electric and natural gas utility. As the first Hispanic leader to hold this position, Garza brings over 25 years of experience to the utility industry, having served both in the public and private sectors throughout his career. After graduating from Roy Miller High School in Corpus Christi, Garza went on to earn a Bachelor's of Science in Electrical Engineering from the University of Texas at Austin and a Master's of Business Administration for the University of North Texas. Before joining CPS, Garza served as the Corpus Christi Assistant City Manager, where he played a key role in the economic development, tourism, and airport operations, while leading a downtown revitalization initiative. Joining CPS in 2012, he served as the Chief Customer and Stakeholder Engagement Officer, as well as the Senior Vice President for Distribution and Service Operations, before advancing to the role of President and CEO. Under his leadership, CPS Energy successfully navigated the approval of 2 rate cases in 2022 and 2023, and he has led the development of a comprehensive strategic engagement plan, which resulted in the Board of Trustees approving a blended generation planning approach to power for the community as its needs grow, both now and in the future. To further help to deliver on CPS's energy mission, he has spearheaded the creation of a strategic plan called Vision 2027, a roadmap to guide CPS Energy through the rapid transformation of the energy industry. He is dedicated to public service and is actively engaged in his community through multiple boards. And while he is not an Islander, his father is a proud Islander University graduate in the class of 1989, and his wife Emily has 2 degrees from our university from 1995 and 1997, and I still haven't counted out us getting you to graduate from here yet. So I'm very excited today to introduce a true leader, innovator, and advocate for service. His story exemplifies the power of hard work, education, and commitment to making a difference. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Rudy D. Garza.
Well, good morning. It is good to be home. Dr. Miller read that bio just like my mama wrote it. So no, seriously, thank you, Dr. Miller, for the warm welcome, and to the Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islander family for inviting me to be this year's commencement keynote speaker. It is truly an honor of a lifetime. families, faculty, distinguished guests, and most importantly, to the class of 2024. It's truly an honor to be standing here before you, and I'm happy to be back in my hometown of Corpus Christi. I always look forward to getting my fix of hot wings and a cold beer at Bubba's with my dad and my brothers when I'm in town, and I am sure we're going to try to find some time to do that tonight. So don't hesitate if you ever see me around town, because I'm around here a lot, to stop by and say hi if we bump into each other somewhere. I want to start today by acknowledging my dad, Rudy Garza Jr. They're way up above that 112 number up there for being here. He's a graduate, as Dr. Miller said, of CCSU. My wife, Emily, who is my North Star, my center, who she was actually part of the first A&M Corpus Christi graduating class when we joined the system, and I'm super proud of her. She received both her bachelor's and master's degrees, and I appreciate y'all being here today. As I share my Corpus Christi and career journey, I want you to take away 6 keys that have helped me get where I am today, and I think that can benefit you if you embrace them. Number 1, remember your roots. Don't ever forget where you come from. Number 2, believe in the impossible. There are so many things ahead of you in your careers that you can't even imagine the possibilities if you just open to them. Number 3, be open to change. We live in a world of disruption today, and change is going to happen, and the quicker you get comfortable with it, the better. 4, lean on your faith, which is whatever your faith is. It's got to be part of your journey. 5, build and nurture your relationships, and I'll spend a lot of time talking about that today. And finally, 6, give back. So I grew up on Hall Street near St. Teresa Catholic Church here in Corpus Christi in an 800 square foot house with no AC, a mile away from Refinery Row where my grandfather worked. And I was surrounded by hardworking families and created many wonderful memories there. I was born to teenage parents, and the biggest family influences in my life, outside of my parents, of course, are my grandparents, Ruben and Ernestina Cavada, who are both passed. But they helped raise me, as typical multi-generational Latino households are, and they have a lot to do with my story. We didn't have the fancy things some of my friends had growing up, but looking back, I was surrounded by the things that matter, like deep family values, a strong work ethic, and love and support. It's important that you never forget where you come from or take for granted the journey that got you here. Sitting in your cap and gown, which you all look great, by the way. I love the lays. It's equally important to remain open to the unexpected blessings that come after you cross this stage here today. Never in my wildest dreams did I think a kid who grew up riding a bike along Upriver Road in Lantana would grow up to be CEO of the nation's largest municipally owned electric and natural gas utility. It's truly an honor that I never envisioned for myself when I was sitting where you sit today. Never did I envision this South Texas Latino kid who ran around barefoot in the hot summer, drinking water from the manguera in front of my grandmother's house, would be running a multi-billion-dollar business to power one of the fastest growing communities in the country. To the outside, I did the impossible, but the positive influences around me helped me realize that potential. The influences started with my grandfather. While I wasn't surrounded by engineers growing up, he planted the idea of engineering by telling me all the jefes at his work. He worked for ASARCO, the old zinc smelter on Refinery Row. But all the bosses at his plant, they were engineers, and that stuck with me. And he told me, you want to be one of the bosses someday, you got to get an engineering degree, son. He recognized the value of education and the trajectory of success it can bring. And he instilled those ideas in me at a very, very young age. So after high school, I attended UT Austin, hook 'em. I know I like the shaka, but I'm a hook 'em guy. But I attended UT and asked my college counselor what the hardest engineering degree was, which landed me in electrical engineering. It's like a senior survivor. Every semester, more and more students are getting voted off the island at UT and EE. But it was tough, balancing football games, my fraternity, the Texas Wranglers, which is another organization that I joined, not to mention, of course, the partying life at UT. And then you had all the studying on top of that I was supposed to be doing to try to get through that program. So it was tough, but I was surrounded by brilliant minds. Only about 15% of the EE students back then who actually started the program with me would actually finish it. We had like 1,500 freshmen. I think we graduated 150, by the time we were done. So very few, and very, very few of us were Latino. It felt impossible that I would make it through college, let alone be successful. But you persevere. You do what you got to do to get through it. I encountered challenges head on, and I knew that to be successful, I needed to surround myself with people who were a whole lot smarter than me. So there's an old dicho, a saying that my grandma would tell me, "Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres." Show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are. I organized a strong study group, and we leaned on each other and focused on surviving semester to semester to get through these tough courses. This group motivated me, and we supported each other every day. I'm still connected to that group of friends to this day, and they're all doing great things. I keep a framed picture of this study group on my desk in our UT, cap and gowns, because, it's where I come from. I wouldn't have gotten through it, without leaning on people who, quite frankly, were a heck of a lot smarter than I was. Was my entire career after college totally focused on being an electrical engineer? Absolutely not. In fact, I spent over 10 years of my career as a lobbyist because early in my career, my managers and my mentors noticed I was really good with people. And developing relationships with community leaders was something that just kind of naturally came to me. They saw my ability to have tough conversations when everyone else usually tries to avoid them. Tough conversations are a necessity for a leader. And I'll just kind of plant that seed. Don't run away from a difficult conversation, because there's always something positive that leads to, that you get through to get to the other side of that. So I said yes to that challenge, a different type of opportunity. I pivoted to a career that hadn't even been on my radar, and one that I knew very little about, representing my company at the state capitol. Why do I share this with you today? Because the journey that lies ahead of you may not be the path that you specifically had in mind as you think about your career sitting here today. You'll always need to be willing to consider opportunities that may seem harder than you think you're capable of. Greatness is coming your way, but you have to be open to that possibility and then work hard as hell to achieve it. Get the training, get the education, find the mentors you need to reach your goals, because that's what it takes. And take on the tasks that nobody else wants to do. At the end of the day, it comes down to being honest with yourself, putting your ego aside, and honest about what it's going to take to get where only your dreams can take you. Are you willing to take on the extra work? Are you willing to make those sacrifices for that potential opportunity that's not a guarantee of success? There are no guarantees in life. Nobody's going to hand you anything. You take chances, you take risks, and you got to hope that, with the good Lord behind you, it's going to work out. There's no opportunity worthwhile that doesn't involve risk. Don't let fear limit you. Your university slogan, be part of something bigger. Did I get that right, Dr. Miller? Really resonates with me. A few synonyms for the word be are to act, endure, obtain, persist, and prevail. If you're open to the unexpected, then you will be great. And if you're too stubborn to give up, I guarantee you'll prevail. As you work towards your goals, you need to understand that it's not always going to be easy. In fact, it will rarely be easy. One thing that's helped me get through the tough times and has carried me forward is my faith. And, sometimes I make my team at CPS Energy uncomfortable when I start talking about my faith. Throughout my life, faith has been a constant. Thanks to my family upbringing, it's been a source of strength and a guidance for me. Faith doesn't necessarily have to mean religion for everybody. It's about holding on and believing in something bigger than yourself, something that gives you purpose and direction. Lean into your faith, whatever that may look like for you, and it'll get you through uncertainty. It will help you stay grounded, focused, and resilient. When I was first asked to become interim CEO, It was during one of the hardest times in our organization's history. Extreme events happened like COVID, the statewide Winter Storm Uri. I actually took over right after that winter storm. Who remembers how horrible of an experience that winter storm was? It was awful. And as an operator, I can tell you that was the worst period of my career. Company morale was down. Our employees were leaving the organization, didn't want to wear our CPS Energy uniforms because people were so upset with us. Looking back, there is no way I would have made it through that tough time without my faith. Our workforce is now over 3,600 employees strong, and there are some of them in the room today with family members graduating. We worked really hard to gain back community trust, and industry leaders are regularly asking me when I speak around the country, how did you do it? Well, my faith was there guiding me every step of the way. Your confidence got you here today. In fact, when we talk about confidence, what we're really saying is con fe, with faith. And it's con fe that will carry you forward in your next chapter in life. You'll also need relationships to help get you through good and tough times. So if you're an introvert, good luck out there. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, if you're an introvert, I encourage you to stretch yourself, as relationships are going to be vital to you personally and in your career development. Learn to be an extroverted introvert. And anybody wants to talk about that, glad to talk you through it. As I mentioned earlier, mentors saw the relationship building was a strength of mine. I built and developed relationships at UT to make it through my electrical engineering program. I leveraged relationships while lobbying in Austin and in Washington. I've been part of passing over 50 bills in my career at both the state and federal level. And I still work daily today to connect with stakeholders, to connect with my employees, trying to be the best CEO I can possibly be for CPS Energy and for the San Antonio community. You need to find people who will build you up, but perhaps even more importantly, figure out who you can support and build them up. Relationships are like a bank account. You always need to put more in than you take out. That was also an unexpected financial tip there for you. Put some money away. You're going to need it, later on in life. You're welcome. So Doyle Beneby, the CEO who hired me away from the city of Corpus Christi and brought me to CPS Energy, once said to me, "Do you want the corner office, Rudy? You want my office? You want to be a CEO someday?" Well, for a young Latino kid who had never seen a CEO that looked like me, quite frankly, no one ever put that idea in my head. He was one of the first leaders to see the potential in me becoming a CEO. In your journey ahead, many will see the potential in you. You have to be open to feedback others will give you to get better and realize that potential. Don't be so sensitive. Don't take criticism. Don't take negative feedback as a bad thing. Take on the position that something that somebody's telling you might be true, and then go do something with it. Negative feedback is not a bad thing if you're strong enough to take it. But don't forget to also see the potential in others, and give them feedback. My grandfather planted the seed of becoming an engineer. Doyle planted the seed of becoming a CEO. In your journey, plant as many seeds as you can. Investing in others is as important of a legacy as anything else you can do. You should invest in your relationships and invest in your communities. I cannot stress enough how important it is to give back to the schools, groups, neighborhoods, people that got you where you are. At CPS Energy, one of the values that we hold dear is one team. We are all connected, and that includes the communities that we serve. When our communities prosper, we prosper. Their greatness is our greatness, and vice versa. If you invest time in giving back, the team will succeed and you will be better for it. This past year, CPS Energy acquired 2 gas plants in Corpus Christi and 1 in Laredo. I'm truly proud to have led the team's strategic efforts in buying the Barney Davis and Nueces Bay plants that are so close to my roots here in Corpus Christi. That was a $785 million deal, and it has been just a home run transaction for us. It's a full circle moment for me to play a key role in expanding our company and our workforce with folks right here in my own backyard. So as I wrap up and move forward, and you move forward in your lives, I ask you to remember these things. Do not forget where you come from. Your past is part of who you are. A chapter of your story, and everything you've experienced will offer insight into the person you want to become. It doesn't define you, it's part of you. Don't take any of it for granted and own your authentic self. Don't ever be something other people want you to be. You know, I can't be a CEO any other way than what feels right to me. You know, so don't ever feel like you need to change just because, you know, somebody's asking you to change. You got to be you. And if you're you and you're making the right decisions, you're going to get where you're trying to go. Number two, life's going to hand you opportunities that are disguised as challenges. Embrace them. You can do the impossible when you persist. Remember that hard work is the great equalizer. No matter your background or circumstances, hard work is the one thing that's completely within your control. It's your choice at the end of the day. When you work hard, people notice, doors open, and you set yourself apart. 3, don't be afraid of change. The path of life will 100% take unexpected twists and turns, but with each fork in the road, you're going to open yourself up to new opportunities and growth. Also remember, failure is a big part of success. It's okay to fail. It's part of being resilient. Number 4, lean on your faith. There will be days that your faith may be all that keeps you going, so don't let go of it. It's faith that's going to determine how far you're going to go in life. 5, start building relationships now. The relationships you develop and invest in will lead you to new passions, new careers, and partnerships that you'll always have. And finally, number 6, and lastly, be giving of your time and of yourself. Don't be stingy with your effort. Understand that time given to others is an investment in everybody, especially yourselves. So in closing, I'll share advice that I get from my dad regularly. Be humble. Don't take yourself too seriously, son, in life, and try to enjoy the journey. Like you, this moment here today will be one that I'll cherish forever. So congratulations to the class of 2024, and to your parents, your grandparents, to your tias, your uncles, and everyone that supported you. I want to say well done and congratulations to you too. Thank you.
Thank you, Rudy, for that words of wisdom. Let's give him another big round of applause. Well, we will now turn to the important business of conferring degrees. I would like to call on Dr. Kate Radowski, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, who will present the candidates for graduation.
While pursuing a degree from Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, our students are privileged to work with outstanding faculty who are directly responsible for their success. They inspire, motivate, and mentor our students in class and outside the formal learning experience. They are a very talented, hardworking group committed to providing a high-quality education. It is with great pride and enthusiasm that I present to you the faculty of Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Will the faculty please stand and let us thank you for your commitment to our students. Our processional this morning was led by Dr. Gene Sparks, Chair of the Department of Health Sciences in the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. A Corpus Christi native, she earned her PhD in molecular biology from Texas Women's University and has had a distinguished career in academia, research, and industry. Since returning to her hometown in 2009, she has been dedicated to mentoring students and advancing healthcare education. Her research focuses on therapeutic plants and their effects on cellular systems, particularly in diabetic patients. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Sparks for her contributions to education, research, and the health sciences field. Now I would like to recognize the academic leaders for each of the colleges represented at this ceremony. The Dean of the College of Business, Dr. Dean Brian Teege. The Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, Dr. Kyoko Amano. The Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Sciences, Dr. Hassan Aziz. The Associate Vice President and Dean of Graduate Excellence, Dr. Karen McCaleb. Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi presently offers courses of study leading to 47 bachelor's degrees. Will all the candidates for the bachelor's degree please stand? Dr. Miller. Dr. Miller, the faculty and deans of Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, and I are pleased to certify to you that the candidates who appear before you and whose names appear on the official list have met all college and university requirements for the bachelor's degree for which they have studied and are entitled to receive. Please be seated. Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi presently offers courses of study leading to 35 master's degrees. Will all the candidates for the master's degree please stand? Dr. Miller, the faculty and deans of Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, and I are pleased to certify to you that the candidates who appear before you and whose names appear on the official list have met all college and university requirements for the master's degrees for which they have studied and are entitled to receive. Please be seated. Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi presently offers courses of study leading to 8 doctoral and terminal degrees. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing please stand? Dr. Miller, the faculty and deans of Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, and I are pleased to certify to you that the candidates who appear before you and whose names appear on the official list have met all college and university requirements for the terminal degree for which they have studied and are entitled to receive. Please be seated. Now, would all candidates please stand and remain standing? Dr. Miller, please join me at the podium.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System, I hereby confer upon you the particular degree to which you are entitled, with all of the honors, rights, privileges, prerogatives, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Those earning a bachelor's degree can now turn your class ring to face outward and shift your tassel from the right to the left, symbolizing the awarding of the degrees. I offer my congratulations and those of the A&M Corpus Christi faculty and staff for all of your accomplishments. Congratulations and go Islanders. Please be seated.
I would like to make special mention of those bachelor degree students who will graduate with academic honors. These students must have completed at least 45 undergraduate semester hours at A&M Corpus Christi. In this ceremony, we have a total of 77 students receiving these honors. Students graduate cum laude if their grade point average is 3.5 through 3.699 and can be distinguished by their green cords. Would you please stand and be recognized? Congratulations, you may be seated. Students graduate magna cum laude if their grade point average is 3.7 through 3.899 and can be distinguished by their blue cords. Would you please stand and be recognized? Congratulations, you may be seated. Students graduate summa cum laude if their grade point average is 3.9 or above and can be distinguished by their silver cords. Would you please stand and be recognized? Congratulations, you may be seated. In this ceremony, we have 8 undergraduate students who are graduating with a perfect 4.0 GPA. Would you please stand and be recognized? Congratulations, you may be seated. We also want to recognize our graduates from the University Honors Program. These students have completed at least 18 credit hours of honors courses, along with community and university service and a senior project of excellence. Program graduates, congratulations. These are all significant academic accomplishments, and on behalf of our faculty, staff, and all present today, I extend a sincere congratulations. We will now proceed to the hooding of candidates for their terminal degree. Doctoral degrees are considered the highest degree one can achieve in United States universities. Texas A&M University Corpus Christi has granted doctoral degrees since the spring of 1995. Today, from the College of Nursing and Health Sciences, we will award 13 Doctors of Nursing Practice degrees. Dr. Aziz, Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Sciences, along with the graduates' major professors, will assist in hooding our doctoral candidates in the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. Dr. Carmen Tejada Delgado, Professor of Education and Director of Transformative Alliance of Student Success in the College of Education and Human Development, will read the names and graduate major professors for the candidates. Doctoral candidates will receive their diploma from the Dean of Graduate Excellence and then be hooded.
Dr. Josephine Suzanne Deal Arnold, Doctor of Nursing in Nursing Practice. Assisting Major Professor, Dr. Tammy Walker Smith. Dr. Lindsay Brooke Beatty, Doctor of Nursing in Nursing Practice. Assisting Major Professor, Dr. Tammy Walker Smith. Dr. Brandy Chair Bosley, Doctor of Nursing in Nursing Practice. Assisting Major Professor, Dr. Tammy Walker Smith. Dr. Glenda Irene Deal, Doctor of Nursing in Nursing Practice. Assisting Major Professor, Dr. Elizabeth Loica. Dr. Shravan Kumar Devkota, Doctor of Nursing and Nursing Practice. Assisting Major Professor, Dr. Brenda Buckner. Dr. Laura Keller, Doctor of Nursing in Nursing Practice. Assisting Major Professor, Dr. Shuhong Luong. Dr. Sarah Alicia Melendez, Doctor of Nursing in Nursing Practice. Assisting Major Professor, Dr. Elizabeth Loica. Dr. Amanda Leanne Schwang, Doctor of Nursing in Nursing Practice. Assisting Major Professor, Dr. Elizabeth Loica. Dr. Shannon Sims, Doctor of Nursing in Nursing Practice. Assisting Major Professor, Dr. Heather DeGrande. Dr. Olivia Caroline Deal Smith, Doctor of Nursing in Nursing Practice. Assisting Major Professor Dr. Heather DeGrande. Dr. Sophie Bell Deal de Sequeira, Doctor of Nursing in Nursing Practice, Assisting Major Professor Dr. Renee Schumann. At this time, we will proceed by the order of college with the awarding of the master's degrees, followed by the awarding of the bachelor's degrees. College of Business, Master of Accountancy, Raul Arambola. Cynthia Lynn Bogarnder. Benjamin Benavides. Gabriela Edith Cable. Lydia H. Castruita. Sonia Renee Cooks. Adam Escamilla. Kelly Farmer. Kimol Groves Ford. Justin Fowler. Maribel Gamboa. Matthew A. Garcia. Ashley Zanette Hill. Tammy Marie Irving. Michael John Counts. Nila R. Lopez. Robinson Bautista Menahan. Ricardo Mendoza. Eloy Alberto Molina. Ashley Elizabeth Okolovich. Viviana Ramirez. Maria D. Ruiz. Joshua Salinas. Jennifer Lee Salmons. Angela E. Sanchez. Amanda Marie Seiler. Marisela Levia Thomas. Adrian Xavier Vasquez Deras. Carla D. Walker. Amber Dawn Wood. Nikki E. Wright. College of Business, Master of Business Administration, Sultana Afrin. Ademabola Adenola. Sarah Al-Haddad. Ebenezer Alaoudi. Yasmin Amadar. Ibrahim Kutbuddin Asgrali. Ashton Leigh Atkinson Brown. Linda Arambolo. Grace Alumoyoa Ayi Mobola. Kirilos Aziz. Amber Nicole Bales. Alicia Ann Bauer. Palestina Dijavel Beaujon. Zenobia Natasha Petros. Lise Adams Borden. Vanny Boyapati. Elizabeth L. Brooks. Krista Burrows. Britton Cole Campbell. Felicia Ramona Canales. Amber Rochelle Castillo. Samuel Alejandra Castillo. Maria Cavazos. Jonathan Ceballos. Anna Cervantes. Haley Natasha Colavo. James A. Cormier. Magna Damania. Sandeep Kumar Tash. Shannon Earl Davis. Daniel Alejandro de la Torre. Geraldo Delgadillo. April Delgado. Madison Brooke Delgado. Paula Diaz Luengo. Jeremy Michael Dickerson. Courtney Robin Dickey. Michaela Fee Dickinson. Crystal Dawn Antonio. Anakin Edam. Alexandra Nicole Edwards. Mary Elizabeth Ehlert. Sammy Miriaud Al-Suni. Sharif Erwa. Isela Nayeli Escobedo. Callie Lachlan Fairbank. Marcus D. Flores. Michael Lee Gill. Sheridan Nicole Gillum. Roxanne Carol Gladowski. Ava Brooke Gehring. Ryan Jacob Gold. Tanya Chantel Gomez Reifart. David Gonzalez. Efrain Gonzalez. Jake Ryan Gonzalez. Joshua Garrett Green. Mary Griffin. Robert Benton Grossman. John Guerrero. Gregory Alexander Hamburg. Ana Salazar Hutchins. Gary Lee Jackson. Gabriel Jimenez. Yvette Jimenez. Dajit Kaur. Emma Khalil. John Lorraine. John Kalaring. Yanis Katupris. Gabrielle M. LaGrue. Brooke Taylor Lazman. Jordan Everett Light. Anakin Jacob Lujan. Brittany Dawn Maricos. Aubrey Ann Martinez. Henry James McCoy. Michael Anthony McGraw. Stephen James McMaster. Christopher Michael Mendoza. Deidre Amina Mills. Firasat Hussan Mohammed. Missy Moreno. Adriana Elisa Morrison. Trevor James Morrow. Hannah M. Myver. Trin Tui Win. Wanda Priscilla Olmo. James Orion Altrin. Kavya Pasumatar. Mitol Pakanjva Bai Patel. Ernest Benya. Oscar Gabriel Perdoma Jr. Angelica Perez. Joshua Pham. Carlos Daniel Pina. Zachary Alvin Potts. Irma Ramirez. Jason David Ramirez. Sandra Ramos. Brendan David Redding. Laylee Lucio. Lauren Risk. Alexander Rivera. Dominic Rivera. Edgardo Jr. Rodriguez. Javier Richard Rodriguez. Jennifer Paloma Rodriguez. Marisela Margarita Rosales. Eileen Salinas. Brandon Michael Salinas. Antonio Zambrano Jr. Celeste Kenny Sanders. Annabelle Sandoval. Karen Seal. Lancer Dearby Sellers. Estrid Serrano. Petra Soraya Gregorio da Silva. Chandra Mani Sinya. Morgan McKinley Smith. Samuel Solis. Kennedy B. Stelling. Larissa Renee Strong. Sarah Sumbillo. Slilaja Suri Citre. Scott Stephen Tardif. Raymond Tofek. Kyle Thomas Thibodeau. Maria Delis. Tiffany Camille Valverde. Teresa Rios Vargas. Jessie Del Varbra. Jenny Lee Vella. Shantae Jean Washington. Brandon Eller Webb. Stephanie Soto West. Travis Ross Wright. Kristen Yancey. Charmaine Zonde. College of Liberal Arts, Master of Arts, Michelle A. Chavez. Lino Diaz. Elizabeth Buenteo. Master of Public Administration, Fatima Henriquez. Denise Renee Pace. Kimberly A. Ramirez. College of Nursing and Health Sciences, Master of Science in Nursing, Athena Marie Flores. Lauren Marie Garcia. Marisa Gonzalez. Sabrina Rivera. Savah Roldan. Elliot Smith. Heather Ojeda Smith. Junelle Ruiz Suico. College of Business, Bachelor of Business Administration, Matthew Mark Aboud, cum laude. Shah Omar Ahmed. Ashen Nicole Alanis. Sadie Nicole Arispe. Braxton Blair Berkeley, cum laude. Shaylin K. Blevins, cum laude. Andrew Joseph Bolner. Anise Buswalium, summa cum laude. Catherine Boutron. Tyler Joseph Bird. Michael Ross Crackler Jr., cum laude. Caitlin Carpenter. Tristan Thomas Cotton. Emma Rose Crump, cum laude. Justin C. Kutcher. Tiffany Faye Danzaby, magna cum laude. Yasmin Del Fiero, magna cum laude. Georgios Paparas Diacominalis. Gracie Jayton Dietrich. Arushi Divanji. Samantha Diane Dominguez. Sienna Rose Escamilla. Savannah Rose Flores. Alexander Fortes V. Nick Xavier Freed. Desiree Fuentes. Nicholas Furr. Christina Garcia. Kristen Joy Garcia. Allison Grace Genzer. Kellyanne J. Giannini. Elizabeth C. Gilmore. Alex Gonzalez. Steve Granados. Sarah Elizabeth Grant. Reagan Nicole Gray, magna cum laude. Andy Green. Cristina Guerra. Sherry Gutierrez. Austin Robert Guzman, cum laude. Andrea Hallback. William Wyatt Hammond. Aaron Hinojosa Jr. Haley Danielle Joy Howerton. Alexis I. Jimenez. Chase M. Carmen. McKenna Lane Keene. Lauren Elaine Lambert, summa cum laude. Isabella Renee Lara. Ashley M. Leja. Dana Poalo Lizardi Prieto, magna cum laude. Austin Michael Maybe, magna cum laude. Luke Thomas Maddox. Christopher Dylan Malone. Christian G. Marukin. Jonathan Demetrius McKinney. Jesleen Ann Medina, magna cum laude. Anna Grace Meshko. Aaron Axe Meisner, magna cum laude. Manuel Molina. Tiffany Reese Moore, cum laude. Elias Edelio Moreno. Jacob Michael Mosqueda. Lisa Nyokwin, summa cum laude. Can Win. Kristen Reese Olivares. Cormier Oshin. Cameron Joshua Parker. V. Fan, cum laude. Carla Puente. Liam Quereshi. Emily Elise Ramirez. Faith Rangel. Corbin Anthony Riley, magna cum laude. Darian Isaiah Blade Robinson. Jackson McCrae Wrench. Renee Romo. Catherine Ailey Royer. Robert Saldana, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Pamela Cibrian. Elizabeth Page Silva. Jeffrey Sedgwick Smithwick. Allison Marie Steck, magna cum laude. Arwin Thanners, summa cum laude. Samuel James Torres, magna cum laude. Madison Alexis Valdez. Robert James Vela. Christopher L. West. Emma Ruth White, summa cum laude. Danielle D. Whiteside. Tristan Nicholas Wigg. Donovan B. Wilson, summa cum laude. College of Liberal Arts, Bachelor of Arts, Matthew Ryan Ashcraft. Sebastian Zachary Bolts. Cleo Dawn Bretz. Savannah Nicole Carell. Madeline Renee Cervantes. Isabella Coates. Tara A. Crisp, magna cum laude. Bianca Gertrudis del Toro. Christian Miguel Delgado. Caleb Hugh Elliott. Haley Elizabeth Frazier. Miguel B. Garcia. Reagan Elise Gill, cum laude. Maribel Gonzalez, cum laude. Isabel Yahaira Grimaldo. Mimi Hannah Guthrie. Casey Lee Hendricks. Vanessa Marie Hernandez. Braxton Harold Miguel Jimenez. Deja Patrice Jones. Josiah Ian Cronk. Chloe E. Leal. Tristan Jacob Lemasters. Whitney Leonard. Stephanie Ray Lutzinger. Marshall Drake Libby. Amiris Michaela Martinez Gudry. Connor James McGuire. Gary Benjamin McDaniel. Ricardo M. Menchaca. Madison Bell Newer, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Orman. Juliana Camille Guadalupe Ortiz. Bailey Otter, magna cum laude. Kevin O'Brien Palmer. Faith Picasso Rangel. Victoria M. Ramirez. Kylie Jean Reed. Leslie Michelle Rodriguez. Caroline Mary Ryan, magna cum laude. Benjamin Aiden Sandoval. Kelly R. Smithy. Lori Ann Stark, cum laude. Jeffrey Allen Taylor. Luke Alexander Terrell. Jocelyn Marie Torres, cum laude. Adrian Walter Trevino. Mia Gabriela Valdez, magna cum laude. Alicia Marie Van Loo, magna cum laude. Abby Ray Wodzik. Elizabeth Nicole Washer. Michael Allen Wester, summa cum laude. Robert R. Zimmerman. Andrew James Guerra. David C. Jimenez. Alexa Molina. Carolina Lizette Ruiz. Richard Jesus Vallejo. Zunda Zhao. College of Liberal Arts, Bachelor of Applied Arts and Science, Gabriela Martini Chavera. Rumaldo Garcia, cum laude. Lourdes Jimenez, summa cum laude. Nicole Marie Peterson. Joseph Nicholas Recia, cum laude. Juliana Garza. Angelica Marie Rivas. Adrian Lee Rodriguez Jr. Stacy Rochelle Sanders. Allison Sheehan. Tamara L. Daniel. College of Liberal Arts, Bachelor of Science, Alyssa Lynn Avila. Nashara Kimberly Banks. Nadia Carrera. William Isaac Kramer. Jordan Avery De Luna Santos, summa cum laude. Ashley Nicole Galvan, magna cum laude. Cameron Eugene Greenberger. Mitchell Powers Glover, summa cum laude. Sandra Hernandez. Sandra Yvonne Lupercio. Abigail Martinez. Victoria Nava. Zoe Antonia Padilla. Adriana Marcel Perez. Cheyenne Ponce, summa cum laude. Jared Ramirez, summa cum laude. Miamar Minerva Lopez Ramon. Celeste Marie Rojas Bushor. Blanca Maria Sanchez. Sarah Mackenzie Street. Max R. Webb. Casey Wilcox. Dumont Eugene Watts Jr. College of Nursing and Health and Sciences. Bachelor of Science, Molly Marie Aarons. Miranda Grace Ayala Jimenez, summa cum laude. Jamin Matthew De La Fuente. Nyoy Gonding. Madison Taylor Luna. Olivia F. Ramirez. Miranda Micaela Rincon Lopez. Lily Elizabeth Rodriguez. Brianna Solis, magna cum laude.
You know, I thought you guys were a little bit quiet for a 10 a.m. group. I'm glad to see you're bringing some spirit with you. As our graduates are making their way back to their seats, I would like to express my sincere congratulations Each of you has made and will continue to make a great impact on the Island University and in our community. Whether your journey after graduation keeps you close to Corpus Christi or if you head off far away for an adventure, please know that your Island family is very proud. I would also like to give a very special thank you to Dr. Carmen Tejeda Delgado. Please stand, Carmen. Stand up. Give her a round of applause. She will read 1,001 names today, and you would have been here until 4 o'clock in the afternoon if she wasn't so good at what she does. So thank you very much, Carmen. Graduates, will you please stand one more time, and let's give them a big old round of applause. Please be seated. We will now proceed to the commissioning of an officer in the United States Army. I would like to confirm that Max R. Webb has met all the requirements to be a commissioned officer in the grade of second lieutenant in the United States Army. Commissioning will be conducted by Lieutenant Colonel Andrew J. Stevens.
Raise your hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Max Webb,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same.
and allegiance to the same.
I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservations
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion,
I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
which I'm about to enter.
which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
It doesn't have to be everybody, but it's okay. Yeah. We would like to also We would now like to also recognize all veteran and active duty service men and women in attendance today. Would all veterans and active duty military please stand and allow us to thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Please be seated. I would now like to introduce Ms. Kimberly Cook, class of 1994 and president of Texas A&M Corpus Christi National Alumni Association, as she welcomes you on behalf of the Alumni Association.
Good morning, and congratulations, Islanders. Welcome to the Islander Alumni Association. If you are one of the 61,000 alumni who have graduated from our wonderful university, could you please stand and help me welcome our newest members? Thank you. Please be seated. Graduates, you are here. You're done. Though your collegiate journey may have been difficult and with challenges, I hope your time as an Islander has been valuable and memorable. As you look back, use this time to reminisce on the positive impact that the university has had on your life. Today will be another page to add to your catalog of memories. It is your first day to be official alumni of your alma mater. As alumni, our reach stretches across the nation with members in every state and across the world. As you begin your journey away from the island, let me challenge you to 3 simple endeavors as alumni. First, stay connected. Continue to stay close to your professors, this great university, and the Alumni Association. Read the Islander magazine. Follow us on one of our many social media channels, and stay in tune to alumni events in your area. Second, stay engaged. There are dozens of meaningful ways to stay engaged, both with your fellow graduates and the university. Join a chapter, visit us during homecoming, or mentor a new student. Third and last, show your Islander pride. Let everyone know that you are proud of your university. Proudly display your diploma on your wall, wear an Islander t-shirt, or join us at an alumni event. Now, to help seal your commitment to this challenge, each graduate has been given a small token that is presented only to alumni. When you leave today, you will discover a small lapel pin in your diploma tube. Fasten this pin to your chest. You can officially call yourselves Islander alumni. Wear this pin as a symbol of your commitment. Everyone, let's give these new alumni a round of applause. On behalf of all the Islander alumni and the National Alumni Association Board of Directors, welcome to our Islander alumni family. Congratulations and go Islanders.
Graduates, you have many people to thank for reaching this point in your life. Will all the mothers, fathers, spouses, children, and other family members of the graduates please stand? And graduates, how about you give them a round of applause and say thank you? You may be seated. As we conclude this commencement ceremony, I would like to thank our commencement speaker once again, Mr. Rudy D. Garza, for his address to our graduates. The music today was under the direction of Dr. Seth McKnight, Assistant Professor of Music Education. My sincerest thanks to the music department for the wonderful music today. Thank you. I would also like to thank all of you who came today to honor our graduates. This is a very special day, one that they will cherish forever. For the safety of our guests, please remain seated until the platform party and the graduates have exited the arena. Graduates will be exiting the building towards Shoreline Boulevard, and you may meet them there. Graduates, let me end today's ceremony by saying thank you. Thank you for all the honor and the prestige that you have brought Texas A&M University Corpus Christi as students. And thank you for all the honor and prestige that I know you will bring as successful professionals and community leaders. You set a goal that many, many people set to achieve a college degree or an advanced degree, but very few actually do. But you set that goal and you achieved it. You obtained something very few in this world ever do. Each of you has proven that you are a leader. You are the future of this university, the future of this state, the future of this nation, and the future of this world. No matter where life may take you, no matter what level of success I know you will achieve, never forget that you are an Islander forever. Shaka's up and congratulations.